Hey guys, Strong Style C is back again. It's Alex.
And it's me, Noah.
And we're here with another episode of Run the Ropes. We got a lot to talk about because we haven't done one in a...
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, where have you been?
Oh, I was hiking in the Himalayas, dude. Got trapped, had to resort to cannibalism. It was a nasty deal. Haven't gotten to watch a lot of wrestling, but yeah, I've seen some shit, dude.
You see Sunday Dutt there?
Yeah, he was there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We ran into him in Lansing. We saw his trademark, like he had a little sign point to him. Anyway.
Yeah, the Orange Dream has returned. All is right with the universe.
How about that?
All is wrong with the universe again.
Well,
so,
alright.
Let's run those ropes, boys.
YouTube's Greatest Trio is back.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Today on Running the Rope, we got a lot to talk about. We got WWE, we got Payback, we got Daniel Bryan, we got the TNA Bound for Glory series starting up again. We got Ace and Nate's bullshit. We got Best in the World from ROH, and we got the winner of the New Japan Best of Super Juniors 20 tournament. Let's start things off with what we always start off with WWE, and just our kind of thoughts on it. Basically, my opinion, Raw's been doing pretty well so far. Like picking up a lot recently.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, especially with their matches, match quality on TV has really picked up.
Yeah, I'd say the matches involving the Shield and involving Daniel Bryan has been consistently great for a many weeks now.
Yes.
Basically, the best part of television is basically the Shield in a match.
Yeah, WWE, if you look at their match quality over the course of this year, it's been pretty solid.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to complain.
Especially like Raw. I got numerous matches from Raw this year that are on my top 10 from WWE this year, or even my top 10 overall. We all know about the great CM Punk John Cena match, but they had one with the Team Hell No and Kofi Kingston versus the Shield, which was great. Daniel Bryan and Seth Rollins had an amazing match.
How about Hell No and The Undertaker versus The Shield?
That was a great match. That was
very good.
Yeah, so a lot of good stuff going on in Raw. Wish the main event was better with Ryback and Cena, but it's alright, it's passable. Alright, but let's cover which we got the pay-per-view coming up this Sunday, which is WWE Payback. And it's main evented by John Cena and Ryback in a 3 Stages of Hell match. First fall is going to be a Lumberjacks match, second fall, tables match, third fall, if necessary, it's obviously going to be necessary, is an ambulance match, which is so exciting.
That's the whole point of the match, is to get the ambulance match, I think. Yeah. Since that's what they are building toward.
What do you guys think of Ryback coming out to the ambulance now?
Man, it's fine for this. It's, after Payback, obviously he shouldn't use it anymore. I don't think he will.
No, it's just to hype this match, so whatever.
I'm still waiting for Scott Steiner to show up in one of them.
I would mark.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. We also have Dolph Ziggler defending his world title against Del Rio. This match hasn't got a lot of build-up because Ziggler just came back from his very serious concussion, which we're happy to see him back because he's always a highlight.
Definitely.
And it's been kind of a hole in the SmackDown brand recently, not having Ziggler there.
Yeah. I will say though, I have enjoyed Del Rio and Big E Langston's matches, but good God, did they do they did like 5 of them, didn't they? Like in a series of 2 weeks.
They did a lot.
They like to run right through their possibilities, with matches.
They were good matches though, and they showed that Big E Langston has a lot of potential. So
he needs a new finisher.
Needs a new finisher.
Needs some knee pads.
Needs some knee pads.
Yeah. I saw a clip of him on a house show where he had longer trunks and knee pads. This was recent. Recent. What is wrong? What has happened? He's a perverse man running around half nude.
Always got the Big E hanging out.
I know. He's got these big glistening
thighs, like whoa. My goodness.
Got thighs that look like full-grown calves.
Really?
Or cows. Damn it!
Cows. They look like it.
Wow.
His thighs look like calves.
I messed that joke up. Jesus, that was horrible.
Botch.
I apologize for that. That was horrible. God.
Jeez.
But no, he actually he wears that stuff like on NXT still.
Yeah. What is that about?
I don't know. I guess maybe Vince has a fetish for half-naked black dudes.
It's possible. Matt Johnson.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
All right. Another match we have is Randy Orton and Daniel Bryan challenging for the WWE Tag Team titles against Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns. This should be really good, especially considering the hot streak Daniel Bryan has been on.
And the Shield, obviously.
Yeah. Oh, and the Shield. Take nothing away from them. And, Orton, I think, has actually done pretty well recently. I think he's improving.
We hope we turn him heel
we're
soon.
Best case scenario would be Daniel Bryan Orton lose. Orton turns on Daniel Bryan RKO's and, full heel turn, please.
See, I would be very interested to see that feud, honestly.
That
I
would
think
be
it would be the best thing. It would be a fresh feud.
Yes.
It would be the best thing Orton's been involved in. He hasn't been involved in, like, a real feud.
No, he hasn't. They've been very, kind of, throwing him here
Not a
and
singles feud anyway.
Yeah.
But, and I think he's been so stale as a face. This could help both guys. Even Orton doing the job, it would help him by being a heel again.
Yeah.
See, that, to me, that I would like a good feud from them, but it would worry me going in.
Yeah.
Because Orton's MO is...
Burial.
Yeah, look what happened to Christian.
Yeah.
He's never recovered.
No.
And I don't think he ever really will.
I think one thing that's helping Daniel Bryan right now is the fact that everyone on the roster is basically praising him for his work.
Well, yeah.
So I think I think the fact that he has...
reason for
I'm just saying, the fact that he has so many supporters out there, I think that might help him a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying. We also have Dean Ambrose defending his U.S. title against Kane. I'm not really expecting much out of this match. I mean,
not really.
Dean Ambrose is great. Kane's really good, I think. But I expect,
He's all right.
Yeah, I just expect this to be okay. Nothing fancy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think this will be a very long match either. Just kind of there.
Mm-hmm.
We got AJ facing Caitlyn for the Divas title. Actually, they had a really nice promo at the near the end of Raw last week. I thought that was actually really good. I thought AJ is. I think AJ's pretty good on the mic. Really, certainly better than most divas on the roster.
Yeah.
And I actually like that. I actually get this match a little bit of build up and make a feud out of it.
And I don't mean to sound like a pig, but those two are really, really fine.
Yeah.
So that's something. That's something.
And
something.
Yeah.
And AJ can actually wrestle.
Yeah, Caitlyn's not so good.
No, she has a horrible spear.
Yeah.
And I guess the big match going into this week is the return of CM Punk, and he'll be taking on Chris Jericho, which they're calling the third match of their series. Even though they've had matches on Raw, but I guess we're just ignoring that. But yeah, this should be good. I mean, these guys have had matches last year, and those matches were great, and so I don't expect anything less from this match.
And their match on Raw recently was very, very good too.
They've never disappointed me in the ring.
Now, the thing is, I know people always, when you hear about a match that's been done before and recently, done a lot recently, people aren't going to be too excited for it. But these guys are going to come up with something unique. They make every match different.
Exactly.
So this will be, this will feel like a fresh match.
It's going to be interesting to see how CM Punk performs, because, a lot of people are thinking, maybe he'll come back as a babyface or something. I don't know.
I like the fact that they didn't shoot their wad by bringing him back to Raw. I was afraid even the last week before they'd bring him in to try and salvage some ratings, because they've had some struggles, especially with the playoffs, hockey and basketball.
Yeah, NBA,
So I'm glad that they didn't bring him back, because I feel that's really building some of the suspense, and I think that'll help capture that whole hometown crowd. Always back, so they're even more behind him.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they're gonna try to flip the whole idea that maybe he won't show up or something like that, which I hope they don't milk. Also, the match I forgot to mention, this is Miz, Wade Barrett, and Curtis Axel in a three-way for the Intercontinental title. Fandango was originally in this, but he suffered a concussion, and so he's out of the match. And I think that's all the matches on this.
I don't care for either incarnation.
Nope, me neither.
No.
But at least with Fandango, maybe we'd see a new Intercontinental champion. I please God, did not get the belt to Curtis Axel. He does not deserve it.
Honestly, I don't care who gets the belt. That's become a boring title. It's on the most bland people on the roster. The pre-show.
Yeah.
The pre-show belt.
The pre-show is Sheamus versus
Damien Sandow.
Yes. Which Sheamus they've totally given up on.
I don't know if they've given up on it, but they're just.
It seems like it to me, at least for the foreseeable future. They just don't. They're kind of done with him. They just don't think he has anything.
Does he? I mean, does he? I mean, don't get me wrong. He's a very good wrestler. He's capable of having very good matches.
Yeah.
But his character and
his garbage,
his promos and all of that is just really
to be fair to him, they have not put him in a position to succeed at all.
No, they haven't.
Totally mismanaged.
They've tried to make him a Cena Jr. and he's not a Cena Jr.
Yeah, I don't know why these they have to make all their faces funny, witty, cute
comedy guys.
It's just
I don't understand.
Why do you have any badass faces and why do you have any badass heels? All the heels are cowards.
I mean, you wonder why half of the crowd is chanting for these heels. It's because they're just badass guys, and they tell it like it is. They're not. Most of them aren't even assholes. Look at Punk.
No.
It's not like he's going out there
Well,
Sheamus is the one stealing people's cars, and I mean, the faces are always the ones that do the little backhanded things. Well, didn't Sheamus attack somebody at ringside, Barrett, recently, or something like that, for no reason?
No, dude. I think he just broke kicking Sandow randomly, Yeah,
it was Sandow. That. Why?
Yeah, it's ass backwards. But what do you guys think of? Do you think Payback's gonna be anything good?
I think it'll be solid.
I think it'll be solid. It's definitely like a throwaway show, but I think it's gonna be mildly.
There's some stuff I want to see.
It's gonna be a mildly entertaining throwaway show.
Yeah.
So, okay, let's talk about the big topic, which we all want to talk about, which is basically Daniel Bryan becoming like the most over guy in WWE in a period of a few weeks, I think. And I think this all started I think it was 2 weeks ago. At the end of SmackDown, I think you really saw where basically he took out the entire Shield by himself, and the crowd was going nuts for him.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been like this for a while now, but it's just been really, really even more obvious on television, how over he is with the crowd.
Well, it struck me on this previous Raw after he hit that dive and doing the yes, and everyone was doing it.
Yeah.
The entire arena, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't really seen that before. That was
really,
crazy.
Everybody was behind him, and it's crazy to think because he's not a guy that you normally see.
No.
He doesn't
have an extravagant personality.
Yeah.
No, nor physique.
No.
Nor moveset, really. I mean, he's very crisp. He's great in the ring. Yeah. He's got some great moves, but they're all technical. It's not power. It's not flashy per se.
It does do strikes as well. But,
yes.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's usually the guys that really connect with the crowd are those big guys that hit power moves that really pop the crowd. But he can pop a crowd by doing a running elbow.
Yeah.
So...
Or a clothesline.
It's interesting how it's kind of going that way. You see guys like CM Punk as well, guys like Rollins, guys who aren't traditional, they're traditional style power guys and stuff.
Yeah.
And hopefully we see even more of that. I want to see as many styles as we can get in there.
That's right. Exactly. And I just like the fact that a guy who, as talented as Daniel Bryan is finally getting the recognition from the crowd and from the wrestlers and from just getting that praise that he so rightly deserves because he is one of the best wrestlers in the world, if not the
same
best.
Guy that Cole spent a year and a half shitting all over when he first got here.
Cole.
So
Cole can sit on it because this is just awesome. I love the fact that Daniel Bryan's one of the most over guys in WWE right now because he deserves it. And you've been seeing a lot of young talent, kind of up their ante a lot, especially the Shield. I mean, the Shield have been busting their ass.
Well, if you want to talk about Daniel Bryan and the Shield, if you talk about the the Seth Rollins match, and that match was just phenomenal. I mean, such a great Raw match.
Yeah.
But that's a match that could main event a pay-per-view. It was just very solid match, and I love how it was a throwback to their previous matches in Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
Now, you guys have actually been there live for one match. It was in a New Horizons match.
Yes.
I think 2008 was it?
Yes.
And so how did this one measure up to that?
Well, experience-wise, obviously. That was our first Ring of Honor show.
Okay.
The first, it wasn't the main event, but it was the main event on the pay-per-view.
Yes.
Or was it the main event?
It was the main event.
Yeah, it was the main event.
Yeah.
But it's hard to compare them, but it's amazing to be able to say my first Ring of Honor show way back in 2008, and now I'm seeing these two guys on Raw. These are the guys that saved wrestling for me.
And they're having a nice lengthy match. Got to show what they could do. I thought this was great for Rollins because he got to show what he could do more so than previous matches.
I said before, I thought Rollins is going to be the guy I think that stands out mainly just because of his wrestling prowess. Dean Ambrose is going to get over because of his character and just how well of a personality he is. But Seth Rollins is going to be the guy that shines because of how good of a wrestler he is.
That's why the Shield is awesome, because all the guys fit distinct roles.
Yeah, exactly, and I love that. But, that's one thing that WWE's been doing a lot more of. They're giving lengthy matches on Raw, which is smart. You have 3 hours. You might as well use wrestling on your wrestling show.
And I hate to bring this whole can of worms up. I'm just going to touch on it briefly. The whole thing about TNA having better wrestling on their show, I think is a complete falsehood right now. Because you look at, they may never have a match as good as Cena and CM Punk on their show ever.
No.
And plus they've been having great Shield matches every week. Raw's had at least one pretty darn good match every week.
Every one match you can see. What do you see? I venture to say every week I think they have WWE's been having at least 1 or 2, maybe even 3 matches like worth going out of your way to watch.
Yeah.
You know, so they've been really kicking butt right now this year with like just match quality rise on television.
At least, I mean, maybe not overall, but at least they have one.
Yeah, there's you know they're giving you something to enjoy, you know, for the hardcore wrestling fans.
Still don't need 3 hours of Raw, but that's a whole other story.
But if you're gonna use 3 hours of Raw, you might as well give us something that we actually like watching.
Yes.
Okay, well let's talk about something we don't enjoy watching, which is the newly dubbed Paul Heyman guy, Curtis Axel, formerly known as Michael McGillicuddy, also known as the son of Mr. Perfect. And well, he is definitely nothing near perfect.
He's Mr. Mediocre. Actually, I think he's Mr. Terrible because he's just useless to me.
I totally agree with that. I don't see what it is that people see in him. I really don't. Like his matches are beyond boring. I mean, they're bland and they're not good strikes.
They're punch kick,
stomp.
He's got a good drop kick.
Stomp. Yeah, he can drop kick and then he does, a suplex and then he does the perfect plex.
Yeah.
Which is, it looks nice and all, but it's just not.
It's not like,
I don't understand what he's not flashy, obviously.
No.
He can't really talk, in my opinion.
That's why they stuck with Paul Heyman.
Still, like, if you can't talk at all, you can't just be a totally silent guy. Generally, unless you're El Generico.
Even he, like, I've seen like some of his new stuff on NXT, like as Sami Zayn. He's cutting pretty decent promos.
But but also Axel just doesn't understand ring psychology either. He doesn't have anything.
Not at all. And I feel like people are overlooking that, and that to me is the most important thing.
Especially in WWE.
You can't put together a match. You have no business being in the ring, and
that's so important in this company, WWE.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
And I mean, yes, we did say he's terrible, but obviously he's trained with some of the best. And, people have said that how great he is.
He ain't showing.
I don't see it.
Yeah,
I do not see it at all.
Yeah, I've heard. I got one buddy who's like constantly like, "Oh, his stuff on NXT is so good." It's like, why isn't he doing that on Raw then?
I've seen his stuff on NXT, and I wasn't even impressed with that.
I'm like, okay, like show me these things that he's good at, and like the fact that WWE's like shoving this guy down our throats. He main evented 3 Raws in a row.
Yeah.
And he didn't do a damn thing.
No, he Cena was just
one thing. No. That's the thing. Like, he's getting this push, and they're giving him wins, but he's done nothing to impress anybody.
No.
How do you go out and have a match with John Cena and not get any reaction from the crowd?
No.
Really?
Seriously. At least Cena is good for pretty much every match, getting at least some crowd reaction.
Yeah. The crowd was more interested in a brawl going on in the crowd than the match in the ring.
Yeah.
And now they're actually putting him in the Intercontinental picture, which is like, why did you do this in the first place? Why did you have to shove him in the main event spot, get him a match with Triple H and John Cena, just to gear him back to the mid card? It's like, why don't you just take him in the mid card to begin with and slowly build up to being a main eventer or something?
I could see if he was doing amazing stuff in NXT and he was really showing some promise, but I don't think that's true.
No.
And to me, calling him a Paul Heyman guy is insulting.
It's
because Paul Heyman, as a businessman, would not have aligned himself with this guy. They just kind of paired him with him because he needs something.
But like, this is the only way he could possibly have a chance of getting over. You put him with Paul Heyman.
Look at Heyman's success stories. You got Lesnar, amazing.
Big time.
CM Punk, amazing. And now you want me to believe that Axel is actually going to be that guy?
Nope.
No way.
Nope.
Absolutely.
I will say right now though, this was like Axel's last chance. Like this was the best thing you could possibly do. This is the best position you could have put him in. Is like you stick him with Paul Heyman, the guy who can basically make diamonds out of nothing. Like he's done it before.
Diamonds out of dirt.
Yeah, diamonds out of dirt. Okay, and the fact that Paul Heyman can't get this guy over just shows that this guy really doesn't have a chance of really being anything big in WWE. Like Justin pointed out, he's 35 years old. His prime is.
I think he's 35, right? He's in his mid-30s.
Okay.
For sure.
Yeah, you're in your mid-30s and this is the best you got. You're in the wrong sport.
And the thing is, when he first came out, they cut this promo about how he's been held down. Dude, if your dad wasn't Mr. Perfect, you would not be there at all.
No.
You wouldn't be a professional wrestler.
No kidding.
Hell, yeah.
Yeah. But like, we're talking about like guys getting brought up from NXT and whatever. Let's talk about I forgot to mention this when we were talking about Raw. How about the fact that the Wyatt family is coming up pretty soon?
I'm interested to see
that. Very excited. Like I've seen some of their stuff, like the promos they've cut, some of the matches they've done, and these guys are. They're the definition of like WWE guys. They are really, really great characters, and it translates very well in the ring. Bray Wyatt, who originally was Husky Harris,
yeah.
who I thought was good back then. Like, he's improved so much. Like, he's totally reinvented himself. Like, just the way he carries himself in the ring is different. Everything, man. And he is creepy as hell too.
So I was gonna say it's an edgier type character.
I love it.
And like they've been so non-edgy for so long. Like Punk's been the only remotely edgy thing in WWE in recent memory for years, really.
Yeah.
And having more edgy stuff, you don't have to have completely violent stuff or completely profane stuff to be edgy.
No,
right.
Just something like this. Like I've seen like the promo videos. Like those are more disturbing than most horror movies I've seen recently. Like they're creepy.
Yeah.
What's his name? Eric. What's the guy's name? Roland. Yeah. Like that goat mask he wears. That's freaky as hell.
Yeah.
And Luke Harper, aka Brody Lee, really really great big man wrestler. I've always enjoyed his work.
Yep.
So I'm very excited for that, and I can't wait to see what they do.
Right.
I think it's gonna be very interesting to see how they're gonna like work around the Wyatt family in WWE, while at the same time the Shield's there too. Because that's gonna be interesting. Like I don't think they've had like two big stables, kind of heel stables at the same time. So
you know, one thing that's kind of strange is it feels like there's a lot of heels in WWE.
There
right
is,
now.
which is one reason they need to keep Daniel Bryan as a face.
Yeah.
So. But let's talk about some more guys getting signed, basically. There's been numerous signings. WWE's been on a roll right now with signings, but the big one right now is Samuray Del Sol being signed, and that's a huge pickup from WWE, I think.
Yeah, good choice.
Definitely.
He's I think we all know like that Sin Cara is basically a bust. He's done.
Total bust. One of the worst busts I've ever witnessed.
Yeah.
Honestly.
So
I'm sorry, Sin Cara. You were amazing as Mystico, and I feel bad about getting down on you, but you just can't cut it in this company.
Nope.
And that's sad too, because he just had a pretty solid match with Cesaro on television.
No,
but
Cesaro
can carry a bag of shit.
Have a good match with it, yeah.
But Samuray Del Sol definitely, he can be like the next Rey Mysterio. I think he has that potential.
Maybe not that level, but he's going to be a lot better.
He'll be the next big luchador in WWE. Like
he's what they need right now. I would say.
I think if we're talking about anybody in the world that has the potential to be
to possibly be a Rey Mysterio,
I think he's the one.
Oh yeah, he is phenomenal. Like he does some stuff in the ring that I do not.
No one else can do.
Never
no
see.
one.
Yeah. Amazing.
Do yourself a favor, like check out some Samurai Del Sol stuff. I mean, POG All Star Weekend 9, he had 2 phenomenal matches on those shows, and like he is a star.
I would say maybe other than like Ricochet, he's one of the best there is.
Probably.
I mean, Prince Devitt, obviously.
Most
too.
innovative.
Right. Yeah, I'd say Prince Devitt and Ricochet are the best in the world, but Samurai Del Sol's right up there.
Yeah, and I'd love to see him and Adrian Neville, aka Pac, have a match in NXT.
Yeah, that would be crazy.
That'd be insane. You might need to make a bigger
or El
ceiling.
Generico.
Or El Generico.
I mean, Sami Zayn.
They've had some great matches in Dragon Gate USA and Evolve.
Yeah.
And they were tag team for a little while. We saw a match live.
Phenomenal match.
One of the best matches I've ever seen live in my life. Okay. Well, let's switch gears over to TNA.
Well, we missed another signing.
Oh my God! I can't believe that. Well, it's not official yet, quote unquote official. But as of tomorrow, Sami Callihan will be finishing his last match in the independent wrestling with P2G. And it's a good way to go out. It's a 60-minute Ironman match with the P2G champion, and can't think of a better way to go out than a 60-minute Ironman match in a P2G. Sami Callihan is supposedly already signed by WWE. It hasn't officially been announced yet, so I don't want to say it completely, but yeah, Sami, one of the most underrated indie guy I've ever seen in my life. Nobody really gave this guy the chance to be a star.
No.
I don't think.
And I just feel like he's such a workhorse, and he just works so hard in there.
Yeah.
And it's just like this guy has busted his ass for years.
He's also very like multi-dimensional. He can be like a brawler. He can be a submission guy. He can even do like a little bit of high flying even.
Hardcore stuff, obviously.
Oh, definitely hardcore stuff, man.
But great character too.
Oh, dude,
he can be scary in the ring.
He's terrifying, dude.
You're right. I mean, he's so dynamic. He's just such a great competitor in the ring. And like you said, he's been just I don't know how to say it. Maybe overlooked by a lot of the indie bookers out there.
So.
I think
maybe just from being in CZW or whatever, or being equated with that style has hurt him.
That's possible, yeah. Because I think that Dragon Gate would have really done. They should have pushed him a lot.
He could have been a top guy.
Definitely. He should have been the top heel in Dragon Gate.
I think he could have elevated that entire company.
Yes.
I think so.
And that's why it's always bittersweet when a guy leaves the Indies. Mm-hmm. This is definitely one of those, because I was really starting to get into Callihan.
Yeah.
But
I think
go get your money, dude.
Oh, yeah.
And he's one of those, like, sometimes I sign guys, I'm like, I don't know if they're going to use him. Like, I think he's got a real chance.
Yeah. And I think he's got, like, the next Mick Foley. Like, he's just, like, he does stuff that, like, nobody else will do. He's willing to, you know, put his body on the line to be able to make the matches good. And, yeah, like Noah said, go get your money, man. And especially, you know, because, like,
he earned it.
Yeah, his dad's like battling cancer right now, so get your money, get your dad some health care, you know.
Yep.
You know, take care of. But he deserves it, man. You know, and very nice guy from what I've heard.
Yeah,
Never got a chance to meet him. And that's a big disappointment because I heard he's a phenomenal dude.
Yeah.
But let's talk about TNA now. The BFG series, the Bound for Glory series, has been announced.
I don't know anything about this.
Okay. Well, they announced the participants have been finalized now. We got Jay Bradley, Hernandez, Robert Roode, Jeff Hardy, AJ Styles, Bad Influence, Kazarian and Christopher Daniels, Joseph Parks, oh boy, Samoa Joe, Magnus, and I think that's it. Am I mistaken?
No.
Oh, and Austin Aries.
Oh yeah.
And Austin Aries. Yes,
you only missed Aries.
I apologize to Mr. Aries.
That's a darn good field, though.
That is a very good field, yeah.
They got all the essentials in there,
yeah.
I would say.
Could do without Dre Bradley, but you know, you need a jobber. And,
he might win a match here.
Yeah, he'll be all right. But yeah, like they got a pretty good field of competitors this year, and so it should be all right. Very surprised that they didn't have Kurt Angle and AJ in the series.
Did you say James Storm is in it?
James Storm is not in it. No.
Oh, interesting.
No,
he's a tag team champion, so
yeah.
Okay.
With Mr. Intensity Gunner, who's terrible.
Mr. No Bump.
Yeah.
Mr. No Bump.
Mr. No Wrestling.
Watch him wrestle. He will not take a bump.
Yeah. But so there we go. That's that, and I'm predicting AJ Styles. I think everyone else is to win the whole series.
Yeah.
Yes,
for sure.
Definitely.
All right. Well, let's switch gears
Well.
to Sting.
I wasn't done with the whole.
Oh, go ahead.
Well,
I thought you wanted to talk about Sting. Go ahead.
Not yet.
He's got
to touch on Magnus getting in.
Yeah.
He won a 4-way match involving who was the other two?
Matt Morgan, Rob Terry, and Kenny King.
Yes, and everybody except Morgan had the jobber entrance.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh well, it's got to be Morgan. And they kept Morgan looking strong after Sting slapped on that hideous Scorpion Deathlock and passed out. So I'm like, okay, this is obvious.
Yeah.
And then he loses, and now I'm kind of wondering, like, what are they going to do with this guy? This is a guy, I don't necessarily think he's great in the ring or anything, but he's a guy that's always been over with TNA's fans.
Yeah, he's very over with the fans.
They've protected him a lot, but it just never feels like they really give him a push.
Yeah.
I
got an idea what they're gonna do with him, but yeah, very happy that Magnus is in the series because he deserves it.
He looked awesome last night.
Yeah, he's really grown into a really great competitor recently.
He did the elbow off the top rope.
Yes.
Yeah.
As opposed to the second rope.
Yes, and he's got a very nice Michinoku driver. I will say.
Yeah, that was
yeah,
nice.
Magnus is one to watch for sure.
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, okay, so switching up to TNA, we got Sting, who has announced that his intentions to go after the Aces and Eights involve starting a new Main Event Mafia because the first one was so fantastic.
So the revival's got to be good, right?
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. He said he intends to bring in new members. So my idea is that he's going to start maybe snatching up some young guys to put in the group. One of them could be Matt Morgan. And hey, it'd be an interesting way of pushing some young guys. Like, hey, these are the guys that are going up against Aces and Eights, and these are the guys that finally might stop them. So it could work. But I don't like the idea of them calling it the Main Event Mafia. I want to just call it a new group or something like that,
Why didn't they do this for like Lockdown? Seriously, if they're going to do this faction warfare thing.
Because they're idiots. They don't think ahead.
Yeah, and they stretched out like these storylines well beyond what they
needed.
The thing is, they could have ended it at Lockdown.
This, to me, is a way for them to say, Sting never gets a title shot again, but he's still in the main event.
Yeah.
Oh, God damn it. Like you sneaky bastard. And then another thing, I don't want to switch too much, but Aces and Eights made it plain that anybody in the BFG series is a target.
Oh,
so
I forgot one guy who's in the Bound for Glory series because he's just so forgettable. Mr. Anderson is the Aces and Eights representative.
So to me,
sorry about that one. Sorry.
Just watching last night's Impact, going forward, to me, I would expect to see lots of run-ins during BFG matches and Sting in the main event. Same shit we've been watching for a year.
Same shit, different year, basically. Okay, well, how about this one little thing? Well, they had that actually happen, like running to happen, and TNA's newest sign ran off Ace and Eight, which is Quentin Rampage Jackson, who apparently is like the third member of the American Wolves or in the Wolfpack because he comes out to like a freaking wolf howling music.
Well, that's what he always did when he would fight. He'd come out and
Howl
and
whatever.
Bark and shit.
Yeah,
he's still in Taz.
My reaction upon hearing this is that Rampage Jackson's too big of a star for TNA.
Honestly, this was a big pickup for TNA.
That's a nice pick. Honestly, an actual celebrity, unlike Brandon Jacobs.
Here's my one thing though. One, I want to know, can he wrestle? Hopefully he can.
Fuck no.
No.
He can't wrestle. Did you see the way
he's never wrestled in his life.
He's very uncomfortable in that.
Well, they did do a nice little thing on the Impact TV debut, which was last week, which him and Kurt Angle had a little face-off, and it's like, that was a pretty cool shot, but the thing is, it's like, it was like a really, like, thrown together, it was like, just like, he comes out there, like, says he's happy to be in TNA, Kurt Angle comes up, it's like, you know, you want to beat the best, I'm the best, and it was like, they have a little face-off. So, I think they're going to try to build up to, maybe these guys facing at Bound for Glory, which may be way too early for Rampage Jackson to get in the ring, but...
I think this is smart from a business standpoint. This is very smart. You put Rampage against an Olympic gold medalist, I think that's very smart. But I think if they are going to have him team with Angle against Aces and Eights, that's going to muddy the water, and I think that's really going to fuck things up.
And what would you, if you were booking TNA, what would you do with Rampage Jackson right now? Like, would you basically keep him off television until...
I keep him off television. I'd have promo packages, show him training, getting ready. I'm coming for you, Angle. I'll be there in so many months. Very much like a UFC fight, you know, where they just have video packages and one guy's talking about the other and the other one's training to face the other.
There you go. I like it. Alright, well, speaking of Aces and Eights, it's been a year since their debut. It's like officially today.
Yay!
Yay! Let's give him a birthday cake, which will include a shiv, which we can stab him with to kill this
piece of poop on it.
Kill this fucking gimmick. This gimmick needs to end this year, or you know, God help TNA.
No, I mean, unless maybe at Bound for Glory it'll be Sting's Main Event Mafia versus undercard Aces and Eights.
Yep, and then
AJ
versus
Bully.
Yep.
Hopefully that'll be the casket.
I hope so.
But
bring out
who the hell knows?
Just end this before we get a freaking Hulk Hogan versus Bully Ray match, because that happens. I swear to God.
Oh, it's
to me, that's what I'm worried about is that we're gonna see Brooke turn at Bound for Glory, and then Hogan. I gotta win my daughter back for the next 6 fucking years.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Well, one last little like sad note from TNA, which is Doug Williams being released from TNA. Very talented guy. Very. I don't know. I think he got a pretty good run in TNA though.
I'd say so. Yeah.
Yeah.
He got a pretty fair shake.
Television champion, X Division champion, tag team champion.
Multiple time X Division champion.
Multiple time tag team champion, I believe too. So.
I'd like to see some indies can bring him in at least for a few shows. Maybe he'll go back to Japan. Maybe he'll retire. I don't know.
I'd love to see him in ROH at least one more time. Yeah. Get him for a TV taping.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there you go.
He really seems to like it in Japan. He feels that's his home wrestling wise. So he might go back to Japan if he's still interested in wrestling.
Yeah,
long term.
He's always been like kind of like, he worked for ROH for quite a while, didn't he?
He was one of their main attractions in the early years.
Yeah, so maybe he'll do like one more appearance. All right, well, let's switch over to ROH, which they got a big pay-per-view coming up this next weekend, which is Best in the World, which is going to feature Jay and Mark Briscoe one-on-one for the world title. And you guys have seen several Jay and Mark Briscoe matches, right?
Yeah, they've all been good.
They have all been good.
Right.
To great. Some of them have been.
Some have been excellent. Yeah.
So this is intriguing.
You know, you grow up, you grow a whole life with a guy, and you vote for wrestlers. You're probably going to learn how to work together. So I expect a great match from these two.
Mm-hmm. This will probably be Jay's best title defense, I would imagine, since he's honestly had a spectacular title defense.
Yeah, his title reign is very much like Roddy's. It's just basically there because
I'd say it's worse in terms of match.
Well,
I would have to.
I was gonna say like it's like Roddy's, like where it's just he's getting the belt because he's earned it.
Yeah.
But he's basically just holding the belt until the next guy gets the belt.
Until
but
Michael Elgin can win.
I agree with what you're saying, and much like Roddy, he's a guy that his reigns, it's fine.
Yeah.
But I don't have a problem with it.
No, me neither.
I respect the hell out of Jay, and him having the belt is better
he earned
than
a title run.
A lot of guys.
Yeah.
So.
It was a really nice job with them getting it off Steen and making Jay Briscoe look like a huge star for taking it off Steen. Mm-hmm. So that was cool. We also got, we're going to have Matt Hardy versus Kevin Steen in a grudge match, which I expect this to be actually Matt Hardy's best match in Ring of Honor so far. Kevin Steen just gets the best out of everyone, I think.
Pretty much.
Yeah, this should be good. I look forward to this. I think this will be, by no means is this going to be a great wrestling match, but I think that Steen is going to have the crowd in the palm of his hand, and Hardy is such a heat magnet.
Yeah.
That this should be fun.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be entertaining to watch, no matter what.
And Hardy, we got to touch on that promo, man.
Oh my god, yeah. Okay, so Hardy released a anti-bullying video, which basically just had little cue cards and and it was one of the funniest things I've ever seen.
You have to see.
I haven't seen it.
It was great. Like basically, he's like how people call him Fat Hardy, and how it's hurtful, and Kevin Steen's jealous of my success. And
because remember when all those YouTube videos were coming out where little kids were holding
bullying,
up, crying. So he was holding it up and had like he was about to cry. It was
it was awesome.
Well done.
Yeah. So I think I've grown on Matt Hardy being in Ring of Honor. As long as they don't give him the world title, I'm okay with it. They've used him very smartly, which is just booking for iPay-per-views for a few house shows and TV, which is smart. That's the market you want. You want him on television. You want him on pay-per-views because that's going to draw in some fans.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I wouldn't actually. If they drop the title to him on, let's say they drop the title to him on TV.
Okay.
Then the next main show, or maybe even a house show, but next main show, he lost it. I wouldn't be totally against that, just because the idea of Scum is that if Hardy wins the title, this company's done.
Yeah.
So the following, he can't win matches. He'd have to get rid of the belt almost instantaneously to save the company.
I just think that if they put the belt on him, it would just piss off so many diehard fans that it'd be a really difficult thing.
Okay, but
to do, and then expect fans to still tune in.
I don't think that's true. I think it would piss off. I think it would piss them off, but they'd still watch because they're pissed off. They want to see him lose.
Exactly, and especially if they didn't hold off and do he wins 3 or 4 matches, then people are gonna be like, all right, this is enough.
Yeah, this is bullshit.
But one big match, he wins on TV, so the crowd, it's not a pay-per-view crowd that's there.
Yeah.
So I think it would build up to this big fight atmosphere that everybody just hates him. Think of him in New York defending a title.
Oh my God, they'd eat him alive.
Oh, I know.
Then have Elgin come in to destroy him.
I don't know,
Yeah.
man. I still think it's almost too risky of a move. And
I don't think they risk anything.
I don't know.
Really.
It's just my opinion.
I don't think it'd be a risk putting a belt
In terms
on
of losing
a
viewership
name.
or anything, I don't think so.
Okay. Well, another match they have is they actually added Scum into several title matches. One includes the tag team title match, which is now Red Dragon, Bobby Fish, and Kyle O'Reilly defending against CNC Wrestling Factory, Caprice Coleman and Cedric Alexander, and the team of Rhett Titus and Cliff Compton. I was very excited about Red Dragon versus CNC.
Yeah.
I'm not too excited about Titus and Cliff Compton being added to it.
Not this combination of Scum.
No.
If they had Jimmy Jacobs or somebody in there, maybe.
Yeah.
But
hopefully Red Dragon wins. I do not want to see Cliff and Titus hold the tag team titles.
no, Red Dragon's still
They're still growing
hot right now.
Yeah. So
Even CNC, I don't think they should win the titles, but I hope they have.
I've heard
I want
that
to
their
see.
matches lately have been really, really good.
Yeah.
Even,
That's the
their
thing. I
singles
want to
matches.
see.
Yeah.
I wanted to see them in a big, just one tag team versus another match.
Yeah.
That could be featured on a big pay per view.
yeah. Well, the whole idea is Scum's getting this is Scum's chance to get all the power and Ring of Honor.
Right, but they could have just had Scum versus Red Dragon
Yeah.
and have CNC wrestle them later.
The other title match is for the World Television title, which includes Matt Taven defending against Jay Lethal and Jimmy Jacobs, which I would really like to see Jimmy Jacobs win here.
Yeah, let's go Jimmy Jacobs.
I'd have nothing against Matt Taven. I think he's grown pretty nicely, but his push ain't working. I don't know if he's just not. Him and our Truth Martini aren't really clicking very well.
Well, Truth kind of overshadows him.
I think so. That's the problem.
But, I mean, this should be a good match. I hope that, like you said, Jimmy wins.
Especially because he deserves it.
It's a 3-way, so
It could happen.
the TV title matches. We've seen 3-way TV title matches, and they're never blow away or great,
But the fact that you got Jay and Lethal in there, which they had a great match on a house show recently, so I think this can be really good as long as Taven, just does his part well. I think, but I do think that Lethal and Jimmy are going to overshadow Taven here. We also have the American Wolves taking on the team of Adrenaline Rush, Tadarius Thomas and ACH in a match, which should be awesome.
Crazy.
That's going to be that could be a show steal, I think.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah.
ACH has been on a roll, and Darius Thomas has really improved.
This could be the coming up party for that team.
I think so. We got the big match I'm excited for, which is Michael Elgin taking on Tommaso Ciampa.
That'll be interesting.
It's gonna be.
It's a weird booking move.
The idea is like
a good match.
The idea is like I think they're trying to get the idea that Michael Elgin has beaten everyone in Ring of Honor, and then he's gonna take the belt. So I think like the idea.
But I don't think it's a good idea necessarily to bring back Ciampa and have him feed to Elgin.
I don't know. We'll see. But it's still. I think if you make him look strong, it's not gonna hurt. But you know, I
mean, this is the guy that's out there. He's been winning squash matches. I think that he should win his next big.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree.
Whatever. We'll see. And then we also have BJ Whitmer versus Mike Bennett, which is kind of a random match. I guess they call it a grudge match, but I don't know if there's any feud between this. And
should be fine.
Yeah, and we also have Roderick Strong versus Adam Cole in a rematch from their match in Texas, which I expect this to help further the Adam Cole heel turn. I'm fully expecting maybe Adam Cole use a heel method, roll him up with the tights or something like that to get the win on Roddy, and just kind of further teasing that heel turn.
Yeah, I'd like to see that. This match should be very solid.
Yeah, they've had a couple good matches in their career. They had one last year at the Homecoming show. It was a no DQ match.
And Cole's grown, so much in the past couple of years.
Mm-hmm. And Roddy's just effing awesome.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. But along with this Best in the World, we have the TV tape, which is the next night, which has a few really big matches. One includes Matt Hardy versus Jay Briscoe or Mark Briscoe for the world title, which is going to be really, really exciting. I'm kind of nervous now because you guys have been bringing up the idea that Matt Hardy could actually win. So I'm like, oh crap, he could actually win.
I haven't done a title change on TV.
No.
Claire would probably love that.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. And the big match, which I'm really excited for, is that ROH is going to be doing their 4th Steel Cage Warfare match on free television. That is pretty freaking awesome. Which it will feature BJ.
It's not on free television.
Is it?
It is.
If you have TV, they put up free on online.
Okay. I honestly don't watch the show.
I'm gonna be watching this one for sure. But it's gonna be BJ Whitmer, Jay Lethal, Michael Elgin, and whoever the world champion is, either Jay or Mark, taking on Jimmy Jacobs, Rhino, Titus, and Cliff Compton. So should be pretty good.
Yeah.
Wow, you good over there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keeping you awake? Yeah. And anyway, the big implication of this match is if Scum wins, then Steve Corino takes over as the matchmaker. If ROH wins, Scum has to disband. So fully expecting Scum to win here, and I think this is going to lead eventually to Nigel versus Steve Corino in Final Battle or something like that.
Yeah, I would think
that'd be awesome.
Yeah, that would be awesome. The only thing I got a problem with is that there's not enough Corino on commentary yet.
Yeah.
No.
That should be I don't want that to go away, ever.
No, he's great. He's awesome on commentary. All right. Well, speaking of Scum, kind of a sad news. Jimmy Rave has been let go by Ring of Honor for right now. Apparently, it's some kind of health issue he's been having.
I don't know. I've heard different things. I mean, he's still booked on other indie shows to wrestle.
He had a seizure.
So,
Yeah, that was what I heard. He had a seizure, and they let him go because of, I guess, just health concerns. They don't want to get sued by him or something like that. I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Is that? I mean, I've heard different things. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that really sucks. Because I was really excited about Jimmy Rave being back, especially as a heel, because Jimmy Rave's a great heel. So. All right, let's switch things up once again to Drake Younger. The big news that announced by Drake is that he's going to apparently stop doing death matches. I don't know what qualifies it exactly as a death match, but that's what he says. So
that means no light tubes, no barbed wire.
Thank God, because that shit is stupid.
Yeah,
it doesn't
have gotten too far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't need that.
Nope, and he doesn't need to. He's so talented as a wrestler.
Yeah.
I think POG has shown how good of a wrestler. Just pure wrestler he is. And
I think that I'm assuming some of the decision came from him realizing that he's got more than niche fans.
And he has a family to think about.
That's also true. But I mean, I'm sure that for a lot of guys that wrestle that style, they feel like I gotta stay with this style because these are where my fans are. And it's nice to see that he's branched out. He's working for other companies, and these fans are able to see his genuine talent, and it's not just because he goes through light tubes and things like this.
I kind of hope that Gabe books him for Dragon Gate or Evolve. Get some more bookings elsewhere.
I would like to see him anywhere. I like the idea of him in ROH and still being called the Ultraviolet.
Yeah, make
Golden Boy.
It's a good nickname.
I think so too. Plus all the yellow streamers. That's cool.
Oh, that's awesome. That was really cool. Okay, well, last but not least, let's end with New Japan, which is the big news from New Japan, which was the best of the Super Juniors tournament. It ended with Prince Devitt taking on Alex Shelley in the finals, and the first time that there have been two non-Japanese guys in the finals. That's big news. And it ended with Devitt getting the win and becoming the second time he's won it?
Yes.
Yes, and also pretty impressive, he's the second guy to ever win it with a perfect record. Did not lose one match.
Wow.
You know the guy that did it the first time was?
I don't know.
Liger. Yep,
Oh,
Thunder
just Liger, okay.
Yes. Of course.
But yeah, Prince Devitt, I am enjoying him very much as a heel right now.
Oh yeah, he is on top of his game right now.
Devitt's not only one of the best wrestlers in the world, he now has a great character to go along with that. He's going to be a force in New Japan, which they need more Gaijin guys right now. Like they got Machine Gun Anderson with Devitt. Devitt needs to be the top.
Oh, and they're booking him that way.
But what I really like is that they're using a small guy, but they're elevating him to the main event.
Yeah.
So we're not just seeing him stuck in the juniors. He's being elevated.
Yeah.
You don't see that a lot in Japan.
He is
having a match with Tanahashi coming up. Which
yes. I am
awesome.
super excited for that match. But Devitt has said he intends to use the junior division title to elevate him to the main event.
I'd love to see him at least face
Okada.
Nakamura for the
Intercontinental
title.
Well,
I think him winning the Intercontinental title wouldn't be a bad idea.
Have
him face for the heavyweight.
He's got to stop you right here.
Yeah, Nakamura lost the belt to Mexico.
To Mexico? The whole country?
No, in Mexico.
In Mexico.
Yeah, I can't remember what the guy's name was. It was a very popular Mexican luchador though. But I expect him to drop the belt back to Nakamura. I think this was just done.
Yeah, it's probably by the end of the tour, Nakamura will have it.
I think it was supposed to get the idea that Nakamura could lose the belt anywhere in the world.
And they want to improve the relationship with CMLL, which I'm cool with. I don't know if that's a necessary move right there. It's just kind of a show of good faith to them.
I think so.
And
I don't like it.
I know you don't, but
put the belt back on Nakamura, please. He's awesome.
Yeah, just put it back on him. He has added so much prestige to the belt.
Oh, you bet your ass he has.
And when you need a New Japan guy to finally beat him, you could elevate that guy so much when they finally do.
But as you were saying, Noah, I would like to see Prince Devitt in the Intercontinental division because there isn't really many challengers. It seems like in the Intercontinental division, there's a lot of matches, but there's not really a guy who says I'm going after that belt.
Right.
So it'd be kind of nice to see a little bit of a switch up. So.
And I'm liking where they're going. I like the fact that Shelley was one of the final two.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Nice to see him get a nice push there.
Ricochet got a great show too. He did really well, and he got over as hell with the crowd.
And also furthering the feud between Taguchi and Devitt, which I don't believe is over yet.
No.
We'll see more of that.
Interesting fact, Taguchi was actually in the semifinals, but he had to pull out due to a hip injury. So I expect the feud to return to start up again once he comes back. So
what I like is that they took Devitt out of the juniors division and turned him heel, and now they're elevating in his place. It looks to me Alex Shelley is going to be the new face of that division.
I hope
that would be awesome because Shelley is such a talented guy.
He is one of the best
wrestlers in the world.
Yeah.
TNA missed the boat with him big time.
Everybody's missed the boat with him.
Yeah. Even Ring of Honor to a certain extent.
Even New Japan up until this point is kind of missed the boat. I mean, hopefully they.
I think they see how amazing he is.
He's getting over the crowd too. That helps a lot too.
Yep.
All right. Anything else we want to wrap up last minute?
I don't believe so from me.
All right then. Well, thank you for joining us here. We're Strong Style Studios. Take care. Bye.